This demonstration presents the case study Women in the French film industry. The first step is to identify the documents that will be used for the study. Here, we will use the online platform of the National Library of France. In order to use these documents in Corpusense, we need either the manifest URL or, in the case of the National Library, their ARC identifiers. The document is then loaded and we can browse through it. The next step is to select the pages that are relevant to our study. For this demonstration, we will focus on the list of artists, which begins on page 545 of the physical document, that is Canvas 555, and ends on page 572, Canvas 582. This page selection allows us to create a new collection. Once the collection has been created, the first processing step consists of defining the areas of interest within the pages. After all areas of interest have been defined, we can launch the OCR processing on the entire collection. Currently, 3 OCR engines are available. In this case, we will use Perot OCR, which offers the best balance between resource cost and OCR quality for this type of document. The next step is to create a model describing the data we want to extract from the document. In our example, the fields include a last name, a first name or title, an artist category, and an address. We also add a gender field which does not appear directly in the text and must therefore be inferred by the LLM. For this study, we leave aside the phone number. The model is created directly within the Corpusense Model Manager. First, we update the default prompt to best describe the context of our collection. In this case, we instruct the LLM as follows. Here is a text extracted from a film industry directory listing artists. Their information may be spread across one or several lines. It is possible for multiple artists to share the same name. Your goal is to provide me with the list of artists structured in the following JSON format. Very important, if a line ends with a word split by an hyphen, assume that it necessarily continues on the following line, without any additional space or punctuation. Return only the list of JSON objects with no additional text or commentary. Next, we add the fields one by one. Last name, the artist's last name. First name. Sometimes this is the artist's first name and sometimes it is a title in the form of Mr., Madam, or Miss. Category. When present, it appears in parentheses as acronyms, such as Grand Premier Rôle, Grand Premier Rôle Jeune, and so on. You should provide the full name instead of the acronym. Address. Gender. The artist's gender. Indicate M for male, F for female, and I if you're unsure. For example, in the case of a gender-neutral first name. For the gender field, we specify to the model that this value must be inferred. Once this is done, we associate the model with the collection and launch the processing. At present, Mistral is the only LLM available in Corpusense. As with OCR, processing time may vary depending on the volume of text. When the processing is complete, we can export the results either as an Excel spreadsheet or in JSON format. Here, we can see the resulting output.